You know, a tough, hard-fought game, but certainly got to give credit to those guys, the Bengals. They did what was required to win. They made a few more plays than we did. Just from a analysis perspective, I just thought, the first half, we allowed them to run the ball too much. I think they had about 100 yards rushing at the half, and then we turned the ball over a couple times. And so that just kind of set a negative trajectory, and we're fighting uphill the rest of the way. I certainly appreciate the fight, but, man, we got to be cleaner. We got to be better, and we weren't tonight, and that's life in this business. We certainly got to learn from it, man, and keep pushing. But I'd be remiss if I didn't compliment them, man. They fought their tails off, man. They won the game, and they're certainly deserving. No real injuries to speak of. Had some bumps and bruises associated with play. Next time we get together, I'll provide some details in that area if necessary.
Anyone?
Mike, as the game went on, were you thinking about double teaming Chase more, or what's your thought process?
We played these guys a bunch. We double teamed them some. We double teamed 5 some. It's a mix. A mix is required. They got depth and talent. Just like the one play 80 made down the middle, we were doubling them both, and they were one-on-one in that circumstance. And so, there's many ways you can analyze it, but the bottom line is they made more plays than we did.
Mike, defensively against the run, what was the issue, especially there in the second?
They popped a couple. They did, man. We didn't do a good enough job of gap control, and they popped a couple big ones, and it kind of created an unsteady environment.
It's especially disappointed with the secondary, considering, sort of focus this offseason was getting these guys to play these Bengals.
Yeah, we won't be defined by this performance, but it certainly was disappointing tonight.
Mike, do you feel at all in the second that maybe you got away from the run with the success you were having in the first?
I don't. We turned the ball over a couple of times. It's 60 minutes of football. We ran it well in the second half. Any pocket of the game you can isolate and, have judgment, so we don't worry about that. I thought we ran the ball effectively largely over the course of the game.
Was that a flea flicker called in the first half?
It was.
I think you said earlier in the season, after getting a bunch of turnovers, you're going to be able to turn over everybody. Is this a game where a couple turnovers could mask some of what you were giving up on defense?
When we're not getting it, we better secure it. I think it's the totality of it. We work as a collective. And so if we're not getting it, we certainly better protect it. And so we didn't do a good enough job of getting it tonight. We didn't do a good enough job of protecting it. When you're -2 on the road, you don't win a lot of those games.
Did they do anything special to neutralize your pass rush tonight?
Now they got rid of the ball quick, and they were running the ball effectively, and so it minimized some of those one-dimensional passing circumstances.
I don't know about that. I mean, I feel like we ran the ball really well. I think we had a couple first drives, and then I made a poor decision on a drive. Kind of changed the momentum a little bit. No, I didn't feel like we were mixing it up. They started to play a little more one high, so we had some chances to take some shots down the field.
It seemed like you had some time in the pocket. It was pretty different than the way things have been going earlier in the season. And you guys were able to connect on some scramble drills. Was that something you were maybe expecting, or was that sort of an adjustment on the fly?
No, I mean, they played a lot of too high coverage, and we blocked it up pretty well. I felt good kind of moving in the pocket and out of the pocket, and made some extended plays.
Mike said patch time would be coming here soon, and he stepped up for you guys tonight. Were you looking for him especially on that first touchdown catch?
Well, I mean, on that one, I'd actually told him on the sidelines, hey, I told him at halftime, I said, if we come back and I call this play, be ready, because I saw something on one of the pictures on the sideline in the first half. So at halftime, I pulled him aside, and I didn't think it'd be 3rd and 18 from the 19, but they clouded pretty hard to DK, and Pat did a nice job down the middle, and it was really the same play on the second touchdown.
Aaron, on that first interception, was there any miscommunication with DK, or just?
I was trying to look off the safety, and I was just kind of thrown to a spot. I got to go back and look at it.
Was the flea flicker, was there a miscommunication there or something?
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be a flea flicker. Yeah, we were on the same page.
And Aaron, what do you think was working with the ground game?
Just about everything. I think we've done a good job when Spence is on the field, or Really just Darnell. I mean, Darnell is such an important part of our offense, and as you've seen us starting to take some steps offensively the last 3 weeks, it's no surprise his snap count's gone up. So I'm really proud of Darnell. I'm proud of the other tight ends as well. I mean, we had 4 touchdown catches by tight ends. You know, Pat had 2 of them, and John had a nice scramble drill. And, you know, I was telling Darnell during the week on the play that he caught for a touchdown, I said, I know you're 6'8", but try and get lost on this play. And he did exactly what I was hoping he would do on that one. So I'm really proud of those guys, especially Pat. You know, Pat's a great player, and he hasn't had a lot of looks. You know, his play time's gone down, but his attitude hasn't. And I think there's a lot to be said for the professionalism that he showed, especially the last couple weeks.
Aaron, how do you keep it from being a roller coaster? Like, try to keep even after, you know, throughout the course of the season?
Well, I think you got to realize, listen, we want to win every game. There needs to be an expectation of winning, but this is a short week, division opponent, anything can happen. Obviously, Joe played really well for them, and Chase and T got going for him. But this is the NFL. You know, we had a chance to really open up some space, but we're 4-2, still first in the division. Got a couple, you know, home games coming up, back-to-back, another Sunday night opportunity against my former team. So I'm not going to ride the roller coaster, and I know Mike isn't, and hopefully you guys follow suit.
All right. Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you.
TJ scored on 7 of 8 possessions to close out that game. What was going wrong for you guys tonight?
Seemed like everything. It was an absolutely unacceptable performance from us on the defensive side of the ball.
What were they able to do to minimize, for the most part, the pass rush?
I think they were getting the ball out pretty quick all night. Good amount of max protection, but even then, it seemed like the ball was coming out pretty quickly.
A couple big plays in the running game in the second quarter that have been uncharacteristic for them. What would you feel like led to that?
Just not playing gap sound football. Obviously, we'll have to look at the tape, but we felt like the run scheme we had for this game was going to be effective, and I think it's going to come down to, when we look at the film, it's just guys getting out of gap.
What's the mindset when you're in a game where you're not getting stops? So what are you thinking? What are you saying to yourselves on the sideline?
Trying to bow up. I mean, obviously, been in that situation before. I mean, it's not always going to be your night, but you like to think that through all of the training and practice and everything that we've put in, that when we need a stop the most, we should be able to get a stop, and wasn't able to tonight.
Is that some of the stuff you've seen before from Flacco over the years?
As far as
Getting the ball out quickly. And
yeah, we saw it last year in Indy. I think it's something that we knew he was capable of. Obviously, when you play that long, you're able to get through your reads quick, and need to be able to stop him.
TJ's defense as a whole, what makes Chase so tough to stop on those slants?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to rush up front and stop the run and get after the quarterback.
Is this a game where, even though you're not satisfied with the effort, if you can get some turnovers, maybe you can still find a way?
Yeah.
No matter the way.
I mean, we've prided ourselves on getting that splash, and I don't think we had one last week. Don't have one this week. If you're not stopping the run and getting off the field and not creating turnovers, you're in a whole world of hurt.
I think they converted a few more on 3rd and 10 plus tonight. That's been an ongoing issue for this team. Is there anything that you can put your finger on right now?
Just got to watch the film, get better. I'm sure it's a mix of a lot of things, but we need to solve it quick.
Thursdays have been tough for you guys for a while now. Is there anything that you kind of put your finger on?
I think it's tough for everybody to play this quick of a schedule, but if they're going through it, we should be able to figure it out as well.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.